This conference will now be recorded.
We can test with the new students that are new on January.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What you can do is, here, let me, who do we not have? Okay, Elise. Let me put in a request and I'll show you, like, so say a brand new student requests accommodations. I'll just show you what you could do with them. I'm just gonna try to zip through this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so new student fills out the form. They will land in your public queue, right? So new request comes through.
Okay.
You can open up the request and then go through the process like you normally would, right? So you just won't have their course information, but you can still like look at their request, say, okay, great, Elise is a student at University of Puerto Rico in Ponce. Like, yep, she's requesting accommodations, great. I can save and move on, right? I can request that she meet with me. I can go ahead and add accommodations. You just won't be able to connect the accommodations to courses, but you can send her an accommodation letter that she can then give to her faculty, right? So let's say I approve some accommodations for her. Just do this one, I'll approve it. Say I'll tie it to spring 2022. Once I'm done adding her accommodations and I go to send my official letter, it will automatically add the accommodation. I just won't be able to send it directly to faculty through Accommodate. So I can online preview, make sure that, her accommodation got added, all good. And then I can still request her signature. So if I want her to log in and sign the letter, I can do that. Or I can just send her the letter in the body of the email. And then I can email the letter out. And that way, Elise can log in, she can get her letter, and she can send it to faculty. So she'll have access to download a copy of the letter, or if you email it to her, she can forward that on. So you can go through all that with no classes.
So the student can actually send the letter to the faculty themselves?
Yeah, so what would happen is, so like, let me log in as Elise. So if I am Elise, then I have just gotten an email from your office that says your accommodation letter is ready. Please log in, to sign it. I can find it in here under accommodations and accommodation letters. And then when I open it up, she can sign it, first of all, if you request her signature. And then she can open it back up and she can generate a PDF. And so when she does that, then she gets a PDF of her letter and she could like attach that to an email and send it to her faculty. She'll have a copy to do whatever she needs to do.
But we can send it to the faculty instead?
Once we have schedules in the system, yes. But right now, without schedules, like if I'm sending her letter and I say, cool, I want to request faculty signature, there are no faculty, right? She's in many classes. So eventually, yes, you can send it directly to faculty. If you look in your student information system and you can see who her faculty are, you could copy them, like you could paste in their email addresses, but that would take a little bit more time. You do always have that option if you want, but yeah, you without schedules, you won't be able to send directly to faculty. That's kind of the downside, but you can still send letters to the student if you really need to get started, So do you have any questions about this part of the process?
No.
Okay.
No.
The other thing you can do without classes is use accommodate for appointments. So you could schedule an appointment on behalf of Elise, or Elise could log in and go to this appointments. Oh. Here we go. Sorry. She can request an appointment through accommodate without classes, right? So she can, you know, try to meet with you. So you can also do that. And she'll find people in your office that she can meet with. So schedules is obviously what we want. We want you to be able to send directly to faculty and everything, but it is possible to start and at least to give new students who are not yet registered with you access to this form so that they just start landing in accommodate and you can start processing them in accommodate. So what I'm going to do is call Edward to see if he can try to expedite or get, you know, us moving in terms of getting an updated student and faculty file and sort of find out what the update is on the schedule file. And then I think once we know when we'll have the schedule file, then we can talk about when you could start to do all those other things. So I will reach out to Edward. I did earlier, but I will call him and I'll let you know.
I will do it too. Actually, I will send some few emails too, and I really try to meet with him on his office, but he wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So I will call his extension too.
Yeah.
And all the possible, so we can start, because that's just what we need to, so we can really start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I think, again, at any point you could start to use this. I would really like to get an updated student file in the system first if we can, but worst case scenario, like you can start this whenever you need to. And then because we have all your legacy students in accommodate, so like all of these students who are already registered, they could log in and if you want to send them letters through accommodate, again, you won't be able to send to their faculty, but if they log into accommodate, they could submit a semester request for spring. It won't attach to any classes, but they can basically, if they hit submit for all, then you can send them a new updated copy of their letter for spring, just like we did with a new student, but it would be to your older students that they could then send out to their faculty. So yeah, I think what a lot of schools will do is they'll start with like brand new students, and then maybe in the summer term, maybe they would have their, you know, returning students do this, or you could have everyone do it. I mean, you have options for sure. But yeah, I mean, if you hear anything from Edward, please let me know. Also, can we look at setting up like a recurring meeting to get together and just kind of check in about where we're at, and if you start to get back into the system and practice, if you have questions, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But before we do that, do you have any other questions for me or anything else? I know you want to get in the system. I want you to get in the system.
I want them so we can test the system and know if it really works. But you know, it's just been
it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my follow-up email today, I will send out just kind of a reminder of what you can start to do and accommodate whenever you like, right? So you can open up that public forum to new students at any point. So I'll just put that information in my follow-up, and maybe you can talk internally as an office and think about if you'd like to start doing that.
Yes, that would be perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing, and actually I'll turn off the recording.